light over there.
3, 2, 1.
I see lights.
Yeah.
Around here we build it, we don't buy it. Y'all stay tuned to Shockley Build. It's all Shockley done. Y'all have a good day. Well, hey everybody, I'm back. Y'all seeing this? I finally got it going. My computer died in Christmas. I debated, fought with myself, trying to decide how I'm gonna get back into the editing these videos and getting back on YouTube. I kept fighting myself. Finally decided just gotta do it right. So when I built that computer, it was 5 years ago, and I used a ASRock 990FX Extreme 9 555 chipset. And there wasn't much support, and there wasn't as hard for me to get processors to do right, and memory chips. When I looked it up, there's a lot of problems with it. So all the research I did led me to this. So we're starting with the ASRock X570 Creator video editing motherboard. It supports like 128 gigabytes of RAM. Problem is, nobody makes RAM for that much memory. It's X570 chipset. Processor is the 3900 12 core 24 thread processor. The 3950 is the strongest one, but the problem with this motherboard is you got to do a firmware update, BIOS update to be able to be compatible with the 3950, and some people aren't having good luck with it. So I decided to just go with the 3900, a lot cheaper, like $300 cheaper, and I don't think you're gonna miss the difference in the performance. So with that, my memory choice. On the website, it lists all the different memories, size memories, speeds that you can run. I looked at the prices of them, tried to figure out the best excuse me, the best combination. So I wound up with this, the HyperX. It's a 16 gig memory stick. It can support 4 of these, so that would be 64 gigs of memory. I've only got 2 right now. I'm getting my other 2 in the next week, a couple of weeks, 3 or 4 weeks, something along those lines. This is a 3600 hertz 3.6 megahertz card. So this is from what I could see, for the value of the money and size, the memory size for doing this video editing, it was the best I could come up with. I think that was the best bet. Alright, so on this you can run 2 of the M.2 memory, SSD memory, SSD storage, what are they called? Hard drives, storage hard drives. So it has one. Let's see if we can pull this thing out real quick. Can you see in here? Let's see what comes with a little bit of everything in here. Alright. So your SSD, your M.2 SSD goes behind these 2 spots. This one is linked directly with the processor. No, it doesn't go route through anything. It's directly linked with the processor. So I'm putting my 1 terabyte M.2 right there. This one is my 500 megahertz, is my 500 gig drive. I'm gonna put right here. Now this one is gonna have my Windows on it, a few other little operating programs, but my video editing program, which I use DaVinci Resolve, is going to be loaded onto here. All my files that I download from the GoPro or whatever I'm using at the time. I've got some drones in the last month or so. Gonna try that route too, but they'll initially be loaded onto here, and they'll be working straight off of here. So it should be faster. It should be easier to work with. I chose a Western Digital. I know there's others that have better names, but right now, 2021, ain't a whole lot available. I didn't want to mismatch them. I wanted them both to be the same name brand. So I chose Western Digital. It's what I could get for the best money as far as actual speed and, in my eyes, reliability from name brand. And I got a 1 terabyte and a 500 gigabyte. 3,430 megabytes a second. Whatever that means. No, for real, that's just real fast. Alright, now, when I first started doing the video editing, I couldn't do anything. I had to buy this graphics card initially. And I got a 16 MSI 1660 6 gigabyte. Can you see it? Yeah, 6 gigabyte video card. And it actually makes where I can at least edit. But I was working the processor and the motherboard so hard I wound up shorting out one of the two. You can't get a processor no more for that motherboard. You can't even get that motherboard no more. It's all used. I'm not gonna buy used. So I bought new. Well, new radiator, a little bit bigger cooling for the processor, and take a look inside the old one. Oh, there's both my HyperX. So, and these are 16 gigabyte DDR4. Did it focus? Not really, but it's okay. So I've already got, like I said, I've already got the card in here. I've already got an 850 watt power supply. Vengeance, memory card. I bought new memory thinking because it kept giving me a memory error in the BIOS when it messed up. So I wasted a little bit of money on that memory because it wouldn't even work on this new motherboard. It wasn't a lot, unfortunately, but it's got a radiator here, but I wanted one specifically for that processor. I didn't want to have no problems with interchangeability because I bought this one strictly for this motherboard and processor when I built this computer. I got to figure out how to make this radiator fit. Shouldn't be too much involved in it. I'm thinking about taking out that card reader anyhow. I didn't have nothing but problems out of it. So I just dropped the DVD-ROM down one slot. That radiator will go all the way across, and that'll be fine. Other than that, I got an extra video card, just little cheap video cards, but I'll probably throw it in after I get the system up and running. I had to order my Windows 10. I didn't have it. I kept reading conflicting stuff. I didn't know if it would work or not. They said all I had to do was download Windows 10 to a thumb drive, put it in, and use my activation code for my Windows 7 Pro. Then some people say it wouldn't work. It's because the Windows 7 is not supported anymore. I don't know. I mean, I know a little bit. I know enough about computers to mess something up. So what I'm doing here is just trying to get things back running smoothly. I've got a 250 gig SSD drive here, which was pretty big back then. It was still fairly new stuff. They didn't have the M.2 yet. but this was just the SSD drive, which I had my operating system now on it, but it was slap full. I couldn't figure out what I was doing wrong. I've got, what is it, RAID 1, I think. All right, so this was my C drive, and this was my P drive, and that was my Z drive. Both of these hard drives, they're 1 terabytes each, and they mirrored each other. And it's the same way down here. So I'm plugging these back up because I got a lot of stuff stored on them. But that motherboard will still support them. You know, it's not going to be the fastest, but I can at least get to it. I gotta still have all my stuff. So once I get through editing a clip, YouTube clip, whatever, all my video, I can just download it to that, clear out my M.2 drive, and I'm back basically starting from scratch. You know, I'm not wasting all my storage room. I'm gonna put these it's a G-Skill memory chips. I think they're 16 a piece. No, they're 8. Well, let's see. These are 8 gig, 1600 hertz DDR3, which was the biggest I could put in this board. It didn't support anything. It supported supposedly 64, but nobody made it in DDR3, so 16 gig chips. So that's why I bought these. I wasted what, 140 bucks on these, but it was cheaper than buying all this other stuff, so I took the gamble on these. I'm going to put these back up, and I'll either use them or I might sell them. I don't know yet. There was nothing wrong with them. It wound up being, I think it's either I know it's either the motherboard or the processor, but I'm leaning more towards the motherboard, everybody I've talked to. So we're gonna put this thing together, have a good running computer. I'll do a little update afterwards once I get it going, and might do a little speed clip putting this thing together. Alright, y'all have a good one. Remember, we build it, we don't buy it. Alright, so I've been putting this thing together. I got about everything in here. I got my other 2 memory modules in. I'm fixing to throw these in real quick. I've got control panel hooked up. I've got my USBs all hooked up from the USB add-on. I don't know what you call that. Well, I forgot what it's called in there. Now I got the DVD-ROM hooked up. I got all 4 of my storage, my 2 terabyte each storage hard drives, HDDs, just old style. They're RAID. I can't remember if it's 1 or whatever, 10. I don't know, but they're mirrored. So each pair is mirrored, so I don't lose no data if one of them fails. Hopefully. So it's 2 separate drives, 2 hard drives per drive, mirrored, so maybe I don't lose no data. I've got the radiator. I had to, can you see it? No. I'm gonna put it on. I had to cut out, this is a tower. It goes all the way up for putting in accessories and the hard drive, stuff like that. I had to cut out the top of it so that this 360mm radiator would fit, whereas it's really made for a 240. But it's worth it. I'm trying to make sure this thing runs as cool as possible. This is a big old freaking water pump and cooler that hooks up to the processor. Of course, the same modules, HyperX DDR4, 3600 hertz, 16 gigabytes each. So now I have 64 gigabytes of RAM. Hopefully it's all work out like I want it to. I'm still debating on whether to put this little digital fan controller / temperature reader in. I'm hooking most of the fans up to the motherboard this time. I'm gonna try that. So I may put that in so that I can at least have it easier to put in later and get it back going. What else? Pretty much everything's about ready. I'm gonna I hadn't decided if I'm gonna turn it on down here or upstairs. One of the two, whatever I decide to do. I just found a fan I can put in right there off that old radiator. And well, let me put in these 2. Oh, I got my Windows in. Windows 10 Pro retail version. That way, if this motherboard takes a shootout on me, I can at least transfer my Windows this time, not have to buy it again. I know you can buy these hack numbers and all, and the more I thought about it, the more I just don't have time to fool with it when it acts up, when the actual code don't work and you gotta wait on them and all that stuff. It's just not worth it to me. I gotta put the Office in. I might try it with Office. I could probably go a few days without Office waiting on them, because I don't get to check my email every day. I don't even check it every day. I just don't have that much going on with email right now. Now, when the store opens, it'll be different. But that's where we're at. 90% hooked up on everything's got to be hooked up. Put this fan back in. Add a fan right here. What else? Oh, the fans over the memory modules. I'll put that in. Although I wish it would, because these lights up. This whole strip lights up. I kind of wish I didn't have this cover on it, but I need to keep it cool. That's the biggest enemy of these computers, is heat. So you keep it cool, it's ready to go. I think that's it. I'll do a little outro once I get it going, but if you've seen this video, it's going. So, alright. Y'all have fun. Remember, build it, don't buy it. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it's time. I got it up here, got it ready, got it everything plugged in. Let's take a look. So, only thing I didn't like was it only had one connection for these old standard keyboard and mouses. It's got a symbol for both, so I plugged the keyboard up. I had a USB mouse, so I'm hoping that'll work without being just work automatically when I fire the computer up, because I got to go through all the BIOS settings and get everything ready and all the drives labeled and assigned. But I got everything, got the microphone, headphones, all that stuff ready. It's got Wi-Fi built in, 5G, and what's that other one? Smaller one, 2G, I think, it's whatever it is. 5 megahertz and like 2 megahertz something. But I got all the fans in, hooked up. Added the extra fan down the bottom. This is the nervous part, folks. Let's see. I gotta turn the main switch on. Okay. Now, if I got everything hooked up right, which I hope I do, I should be able to push this power switch and it come on. What do you think, Kyle?
Hopefully it works.
You want to push it?
Sure.
Alright, come on. I'll let my little buddy push it. Maybe he'll bring me some good luck. It's on the top on the very other side over there.
3, 2, 1.
I see lights!
Yeah!
Oh, look at that. Look at that cooler for the
Wow.
processor.
Wow.
All the... Let me turn this light off. Look at all these lights. Lights for the memory card, cooler. Got a lot of beeping going on. Let's see what we got going on up here. Well, that mouse just lit up and back off. Okay, I got it plugged into the motherboard display port. I wonder if I need to plug it into the graphics card. Let's try that. No code on Dr. Debug. Alright folks, well it's on. I got to get everything configured. That's that. I got power, so this is just a matter of getting Windows going. It's just a matter of getting the BIOS set, hard drive set, assigned, and going. So I'll get everything put in, and I'll try to get a video uploaded the next day or two. I appreciate it. Remember, we build it, we don't buy it. Talk to you later. Well, alright, it's been 2, maybe 3 weeks since I videoed all this, and been using the computer. I done edited several videos. I am using, I couldn't get DaVinci to work real good for me this time. 16, I couldn't get 16 to load. DaVinci 17, I've read a lot of bad stuff, and I couldn't even get it loaded to do right. So I finally got all that deleted, starting fresh. And I wound up using a program called Shotcut, S-H-O-T-C-U-T. It works out real good, real easy to use. It reminds me a lot of DaVinci, the way it works, the way it's editable. Alright, so I still haven't got the extra hard drives hooked up, the 2 terabyte, the old SSD style. Not the SSD, the old HDD style. I hadn't had much time. It hasn't really. I've only had a couple times I wish I had access to them, but it's nothing big. I'm going to figure all that out here in the next few weeks. I just bought that dozer this past Sunday to give you an idea of where we're at. This is Thursday, and my little buddy I had to ask my little buddy. This night shift's rough. I got a week. Next week is my last week on night shift. So I'm looking forward to that. So everything's working good. Windows 10, I'm still getting used to it. It's working good. I just want to get some more extra hard drive so I don't burn it, get too much on this M.2 1 terabyte drive. I'm already at 150 gigs of storage already, of stuff already on it, just from GoPro videos. I haven't got the drones going yet. I got to get either link to a Android type phone. That's a just a little wrap up video. So far, real happy with it. All right, times. Let's say a 15-minute video, and I edit it, get it all done, all my little stuff I'm doing, all my little side stuff I'm doing. So let's say a 15-minute video, it takes me about 4 minutes, 4.5 minutes for rendering to an MP4. That's unreal. And so once I do that 15-minute video to an MP4 and saved in the computer, once I open up YouTube and go to upload it, it takes about about 15, it might take 20-25 minutes to upload. So, and I think a lot of that has to do with my internet connection not being the greatest around here. It pauses a lot. I don't know if it's just so many people here, or I don't know why. But considering compared to what I was doing before, it would take 3 hours to render that 15-minute video, and then another hour or more to upload it. So it is saving me a tremendous amount of time. I mean, it's unreal how it does. So like I say, everything's great. Everything's going good with this. This is just a little something else that I do. Just kind of, I don't know, a look into my life. I mean, there's actually very little that I don't do on my own. All right. I sure do appreciate y'all. I'm glad y'all watch. I hope you're watching it to the end. Hope you subscribe. Remember, we always we gonna build it. We're not gonna buy it, if at all possible. Y'all have a great day.